Hello, welcome to an all-new episode of E.TV. This is the New York Jet Report, week number 8. The Giants had off this past week, so the good thing is they didn't lose. The bad part is they didn't win. But the Jets were in action as they hosted the Green Bay Packers. Now, I'm sure a lot of these guys are like, week off, 5-1, we're the toast of the town, best record in football in the New York City area, one of the best teams in the AFC. And here come the Packers, the Cheeseheads, led by Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay Packers are decimated by injuries on both sides of the ball. I mean, they have yet to have their starting safety, Atari Bigsby, nor Al Harris, and they've lost their starter running back, Ryan Grant, for the season. So I'm sure the Jets thought all they had to do is just strap up the chin strap, and this is going to be an easy W. But you know what? That's why they play the game. This was a game in which the Jets are going to kick themselves later on in the season because they lost this game eventually. They lost 9-0. Going into the fourth quarter, the Packers had a 3-0 lead. This was a defensive game, but one thing that I'm beginning to see that's becoming a common occurrence with the Jets is turnovers. These guys were plus 11 for the majority part of the season. The past two games, these guys have led up to five total turnovers. And this past game, as brilliant as Mark Sanchez has been, he wasn't that brilliant this past Sunday. I mean, he had 2 interceptions. The receivers were literally just getting the ball stripped out of their hands for turnovers. And one move where, I think this has to be a coaching edict where you can't use up all your challenges in the first half and leave yourself bare for the second half. And that's exactly what Rex Ryan did. He used up all his challenges in the first half, and in the second half, a challenge that he would have won plain as day on a Dustin Keller strip, he didn't have any challenges to challenge. I think maybe, there needs to be a rule change where if you don't lose, if you win the challenge, you should keep the challenge as opposed to losing it. But anyway, long story short, the Jets unfortunately lost this game 9-0. They lost due to, I would say, a good effort by the Green Bay Packers in terms of they didn't turn the ball over. They were able to move the ball, a good defensive effort. And I just think that maybe on offense, the Jets just saw a lot of different looks maybe that they weren't prepared for that the Packers came with. But all in all, it's chalked up as a W for the Packers and an L for the Jets. Next week, the Jets are going to move on to D-Town and play the Detroit Lions. This isn't going to be an easy game because even though the Lions aren't winning a lot of games, they're being awfully competitive. In saying that, I'm sure that you're wondering who the game ball is going to go to since the Jets lost. I think as a unit in the NFL nowadays, to hold a team to 0 points, especially a team as talented as the Jets, my game ball goes to the Packer defense. You guys get your game ball of the game. That's it, and that's all the time that I have for this episode. New York Jet Report, week number 7. Peace. You know what you're watching. It's that E.TV, baby.